Hello and welcome everyone to another Northbasics episode on this channel, and today we're gonna talk about happiness. And happiness, that is what drives all your town to produce new villagers. So if you have over 0 happiness, so actually over -1 happiness, so if you have already 0 happiness, the villagers will already start floating, but they will come slower the higher your vill count already is. So if you have 0 happiness and just 1 villager, your villagers will come way faster than just when I would have just right now 0 happiness. I can't say you the exact days since I didn't really went through that. If somebody knows that, actually please write that down in the comments, because I never really saw someone who counted that all through. I definitely think it did someone did it. So if you find something like that, I would be really interested in that, because it would be a really cool information. So if you have over 0 happiness, it will rise up, and if you get your happiness goes higher, the days will go lower too. But the higher your happiness is in the end, the less days you will lose through that. So if I have it's just the basic form that just something basic I say right now. Don't say it's exactly like that to say that before. So let's say you have 5 happiness and you will take 30 days to to the next villagers, and you've put more skulls in and you have 10 happiness, and then it's 15 days. It's not actually like that, just an example, and you have 15 days. It doesn't mean if you have 20 happiness that you will get down to 7 days. It ramps down a little bit lower. I think it will be 10 or maybe 12 even. It ramps down always a little bit harder the higher your happiness goes. So you can't say always if you double down your happiness you will get double as fast villagers. It just doesn't work like that. So just to keep that in mind. It's not a static thing, the happiness. It's ramping up. So in the later stages of the game, higher happiness counts will give you a lot less villager production than in the earlier stages of the game. So how do you even get happiness, you may ask? You can get territories, of course. Just by colonizing different territories you will get happiness. That's your territory happiness over here. I just got +5 of it because I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tiles colonized for my starting tile. You gotta keep in mind, I actually know that information from OnlyRex. He told that in my really early days. He told that to me. I think I was still a war chief back then, and I talked with him about that. And he told me that you can actually use the free rule at the start. So your 3rd tile won't get give you any happiness, and your 6th tile won't give you any happiness, and your 9th tile won't give you any happiness, and so on. I think I don't really expand too much, so I can't really say if it's really true in the end there, but in the start it's really true. So your 3rd tile won't give you happiness, and your 6th tile won't give you any happiness. So you gotta keep that in mind. You can of course just get a Gazier. Gazier will always give you production there. So you can always do that to get a little bit happiness bonus there. It will also stack. So if a Gazier is, like you say, your 4th tile, so you would get happiness for it, and you would get happiness for it being it. So you get 2 happiness for it. So it stacks up. So you don't gotta worry about when you take it. You will get the happiness either way. You will get the happiness just right now in your happiness menu. You will see that you get +5 on territory, and the new point will pop out with +5 for not +5, +1 for that. So you can see right here your food reserves will actually give you happiness too. So every 500 food you have will give you +1 happiness. A lot of players don't know that because it's more something about the later stages of the game, but it can can really make the difference, because sometimes players think, hey, okay, I'm really good with my happiness right now, and plus I'm on 2 happiness, and then the blizzard comes and their happiness is totally gone. They ask, where's it gone, man? And it is because of the food reserves happiness, and a lot of players forgot about that. You can actually, yeah, of course, get a little bit happiness through your lores. I don't want to explain all of them now, since there are so many for so many different clans. I just get over my eradication a little bit happiness over my silos right here, because I'm a stack clan. And yeah, that gives me happiness here. And just right now all the people are unhappy, and that's not cool in a happiness video, I guess. So let's make them happy again. And let's get some skulls in. And that's actually another way to get your happiness. You can get Hall of Skulls or breweries. The only difference between the 2 buildings is that the Hall of Skulls don't cost you any gold. It costs 20 less wood, so instead of 100 wood and 50 gold for a brewery, you will only pay 80 wood for it. And they will just give the same amount of happiness than brewers, but they will produce fame while they are standing there, and you can change that up to lore, like you can do it in Longship Dogs. They will just produce fame, and you can't do anything against that. So yeah, that's actually cool, not too bad. If you get a Skald in a Hall of Skulls, he will actually give you +2 happiness. I don't know, the tools of my skulls are now upgraded. That could actually be why she gives 2. She gives still 2, so doesn't change anything right there. If you upgrade it, they will give you +3 happiness. It is a little bit higher. If you put a few more in it, it can be that it pops up a little bit higher than it. Yeah, just right now she gave me 4 happiness. So a few more skulls because of the upgraded upgraded tools will give you a little bit bonus happiness too. You just see I went really high with my happiness. I'm 14. I have 26 days right now. I'm now gonna go down to 3, and it's 59 days. So you see I doubled way more than doubled down. I tripled, I quadrupled down on my happiness, and it didn't rose. It doubled down actually, 27. It more than doubled down. But it weren't too crazy, so you can expect if I get 200 happiness right now, it doesn't mean that the villagers come out every second then, because it will ramp up, and I don't know, maybe to at least 9 or 10 days, but it's actually, yeah, it's just a dream count of 200 happiness. You can't actually reach that in a normal game, I would say. So, you will lose happiness by expected happiness, so the more villagers you have, the more happiness you will lose through expected happiness. There's the 22 in red there, and that is basically minus happiness you will get there. You can actually get minus happiness through rounded villagers too, so if you have too many rounded villagers, it will say too many rounded, and you get a -1 over that. It can't actually get more, so that's not too bad. And the more villagers you will get, the more upgraded houses they want. So you need to upgrade your houses later on. This count will always rise. This is not just a -1. So if you get more villagers, they want more upgraded houses. So you gotta keep an eye on that and keep up happiness up like that. So it can help a little bit to just keep upgrade some houses instead of getting some skulls, or maybe building another Hall of Skulls. Sometimes just upgrading a few houses can do all the trick and can help you out to not waste too much population space too, even though stone is quite rare and you shouldn't just throw it away by just upgrading your houses, but sometimes upgrading a house can be worth, not only just for the population space, but for the happiness too. And yeah, that were actually it. I don't think, yeah, when a villager gets hungry, sick, or cold, he will actually get unhappy too. But if they're cold or hungry, you can actually just get your food production up, and they will in a second will be happy again. Not gonna get your happiness count down then. And sick villagers will actually be, in the time they're sick all the time, draw down your happiness. So that's sometimes the point. where you just won't be able no more to just keep your happiness up like that if you don't have any additional space for the Hall of Scouts, and it is not really reasonable to just build a Hall of Scouts to work against the red infestation minus happiness. That is not really good. Just build a healer's hut, heal them up. Nice. And wait it out. Just wait it out. So that's actually it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I guess it's one of the little shorter ones, but not less important because it's about happiness. I just forgot, you can of course feast to get your happiness up for a little while. I actually like to do that when I build my brewery right then. But yeah, that's gonna be it. Enjoy your day and enjoy your week, and see you back in the next video. Bye bye.